YouTube, how we doing? Today we're going to be going into kind of a new series that we're going to be doing on the channel. We're going to be going over my official big board, but we're going to be editing it live on the video. Don't know how long the video is going to take necessarily. It's just going to be going through my thoughts of moving players up and down in real time, you know, compared to just doing it and showing you what my big board is. I want you to show who's my risers, who's my fallers, guys like that. So if you guys are new to the channel, please be sure to hit a like and subscribe. We're almost at 1,000 subscribers. I think we're about 10 away, so please be sure to hit that subscribe button, help the channel out. If you really want to support the channel, go ahead and go to the link in the description below to Underdog Fantasy. You go ahead and use code Sormani, S-O-R-M-A-N-I, and they'll match your deposit 100% up to $100 on your first deposit. So that is going to be an awesome thing. They're such good sponsors for us, so really do appreciate their help as always. But yeah, we're going into my official draft big board here, and if you ever want to check out my big board, it's always going to be in the link in the description. It's always going to be there for every video I do. So if you want to check it and see what's updated, but theoretically I'm going to update it every time I do one of these videos, so you could always check it when there. If you want to go ahead and look at it right now, it's already going to be updated, but you can go ahead and follow along with us while we're there in that link in the description. But going here, I have some guys that I have in mind. Other than that, we're just going to go ahead and look and see what we have. So Jalen Carter is my #1 player. He's staying there right now with Will Anderson being #2, Bryce Young #3, and Bijan #4, Tyree Wilson #5. I think the top 5 is kind of locked in for me right now. Nothing really changes there. Anthony Richardson at 6, CJ Stroud at 7, Devon Witherspoon at 8, Jackson Smith and Jigba at 9, and Brian Branch at 10. I like all of those staying there as well. Richardson over Stroud, and being Richardson as the #2 quarterback is probably a shock to some people. I just think his traits and his ability is the second best in this class. I really do. He's got a monster of an arm. His mobility is a great trait, and the other stuff I think he'll be able to work on in the NFL with the right coaching. So it really just a matter of landing spot and such. I think the later we get into draft season, I think we'll see a lot more people talking about Richardson as maybe quarterback 3 or even 2. I don't think he's going to be that consensus #4 behind Levis and Stroud as we're seeing right now. I think people are going to really fall in love with him for what he does in his offseason. CJ Stroud is solid there. Levis isn't going to be too far down, I don't believe, but we'll check on that. Witherspoon's my cornerback 1. I like him there. Jackson Smith and Jigba, I think, is the best receiver in this class. He's my top 10. And Brian Branch, I'm absolutely a big fan of Brian Branch. I really love what he is. I have him mocked inside my top 10 a lot of times recently that I've been doing mock drafts off camera. So that's something to look out for when I do another mock draft, my 2.0. But yeah, Brian Branch, his ability to play pretty much everywhere in the secondary. Obviously in the nickel is where his superstardom has shown at Bama, but I think he'll project well as a safety in the NFL. I think he'll be able to play that nickel very well at the NFL, and his versatility is just going to be commanding. I think he's going to be one of those top safeties pretty much as soon as he jumps into the league. You know, I think he has a floor like a Jabril Peppers, but I think that his ceiling is Derwin James when you're looking at current players. So really just a solid NFL player that I wouldn't mind taking. Yeah, here's Will Levis, not too far down. I really like the quarterback class. Peter Skoronski, my first tackle. Myles Murphy at 13. I've been kind of falling off on Myles Murphy. I'm not like hating on him, but I'm not the biggest fan of Myles Murphy. So let's see if we're going to keep him at 13. Christian Gonzalez, Jordan Addison, Paris Johnson Jr., Darnell Washington, Joey Porter, Keon White, and DeJuan Jones. I think I want to move Keon above him. So let's move Keon up a little bit. Let's move Keon up to... I like him over... I think he's behind Gonzalez. So let's move him there. And let's move Myles Murphy down just below Keon White. We'll move him right below Addison. That seems like a good spot for me. DeJuan Jones and over Broderick Jones. Right now, I like that a lot. Lucas Van Ness right there. Very solid. Jahmyr Gibbs is a very good running back. I think we can move him down a little bit. Nolan Smith is at 25, and I really like Nolan Smith a lot. Where do I put him, though? Because 25 is a good spot, but it feels like he should be higher. But then again, no, I got to move him higher. He's at least above Gibbs. So let's move him above Gibbs. Do I like Nolan Smith more than Lucas Van Ness, though? That's a tough one. I think that's a good spot for him. 23, right behind Lucas Van Ness. Yeah, I think we'll stick with that for now. I mean, Nolan Smith, if he never got hurt, man. I mean, we're talking about one of the better edge rushers in this class. His ability on the field is great, even with his size concerns. And then even, his leadership traits that you can't teach. After he got hurt, he was still out there going to the coin tosses, supporting and leading from the sideline during those games. So, Nolan Smith was every part of that championship run that they had as if he was playing on the field. Then let's look here. I think we can move Jahmyr Gibbs down more. Although his talent is this high, there's some other guys I like a little bit more. Man, and if you guys aren't unfamiliar with my big board, it goes to 100. Yeah, let's see. Maybe Cansey. Let's move Cansey above Jahmyr, because I like Cansey a lot. Kincaid and Meyer, I've had a lot of time into them, just trying to figure out who I like more. And it's been really tough, because Kincaid, I think, is the better receiving threat. Michael Mayer is just a better all-around talent. Washington's my top guy. I don't see that changing, but it's possible it does. Maybe I fall in love with one of these other guys more, but just Washington's size and his ability to block as well as be a threat in the receiving game, I think he's only going to get better in the receiving game. And I really like my tight ends to be able to do a lot more than just run routes, because that position is very integral to a lot of teams in the run game. So I really like Washington a lot. That's why he's high on my board. But do I want Kincaid above Mayer still? I think for right now it's okay. I think we'll keep it how it is right now. Cam Smith here at 29, Kayshon Boutte at 30. I like Kayshon a little bit more than Quentin Johnson, so I want to keep that. Brian Breesy, I'm going to move down, and I'm going to move him down pretty significantly. He had a really rough year, and there's a lot of reasons for that. But yeah, so let's move Breesy down, because I like Ika better than him. I like Ringo. I like Hyatt, Stevenson and Forbes, Zay Flowers, Hendon Hooker and Josh Downs. Foskey, I'm a big fan of. Okay, so let's go with Smits. We're gonna move up. Right here is a good spot for Breezy. He's still in the top 50. It's just, yeah. Another one that we're gonna talk about real quick, Hendon Hooker. If you guys aren't familiar with Hooker, he's one of my favorites in this class. I really wish that injury never happened, because we'd be talking about him locked in the first round, I think, for what he was doing at Tennessee, even with his age. But yeah, Hooker, I think, has a good chance to get at the end of the first round to a team, similar to what we saw with Lamar Jackson, where the Ravens moved up into the first round. I mean, we just saw the Saints move back up into the first round. I think a team might do that with Hendon Hooker, because you're getting the fifth-year option on him if you get that first round capital. And getting that first round capital on a guy who's already going to be 25, 26 years old, that means you're getting him until he's 31 years old on a rookie contract. That's the prime of a quarterback, and you're getting him on a rookie deal in that time. I think that's very good for a team, especially like New Orleans, who's strapped for cash. So look out for them in my next mock draft, because Hendon Hooker might be somebody I mock to them. But let's see here. We're gonna move up. Trenton Simpson. People have been going down on Trenton Simpson, but I really do like Simpson a lot. He's my LB1. I'm gonna move him above the tight ends. Yeah, above the tight ends. Let's just move him above the tight ends. 26 is not bad for Simpson. Osiris Torrance is good. I liked him a lot. He's pretty much staying there. Antonio Johnson I like, but I think I'm going to move him down a little bit. Same with Felix and Duke Uzama. I think we're going to move down a little bit. Let's move him down right above Hendon Hooker. I want to move up Ringo and Hyatt. So let's move Uzoma down. I kind of like Foskey a little bit more than Uzama right now. Let's move him right here. I think that's a good spot. Jalen Hyatt, I'm a big fan of. I want to move him closer to Quentin Johnson and Boutte, because I really do like Hyatt a lot. I've been watching him a lot. I like him, especially just his deep threat ability. I don't think that he's gonna go out there and command a wide receiver 1, wide receiver 2 role, but putting him on a team like the Chargers, who already have 2 solid guys, putting him on a team like Dallas. Those teams that already have a solid number one and a pretty solid number two. Getting Hyatt to be that third option. The Eagles late in the first round, they already have Devonta Smith and A.J. Brown. I think Hyatt would just add so much to that offense. Seattle's another team. I think he's going to be a stud in that role. And then he'll progress up to that wide receiver 2 role throughout his time there. B.J. Ojulari, I like. Siaki Ika, I like staying there. Keely Ringo, I'm going to move up. People are kind of low on Ringo recently, but I think he's good. Now, do I want him more than Cam Smith? I don't think so. I'm going to move him right below Cam Smith. I think they're neck and neck. But Ringo's still very solid, and I would not mind him going in the first round at all. Zay Flowers here, Hendon Hooker, Josh Downs, Cody Mauch. Let's move Michael Schmitz above Mauch and Harrison. So let's do that. And we'll move him above Hooker as well. We'll do that. Josh Downs there. I don't know. It feels like there's a drop off from where you go from Zay Flowers, Boutte, Hyatt, Johnston to Downs. It feels like there's a drop off, even though I like Downs. It just feels like there's a drop off though. Let's go past the top 50. Let's see. I like Derek Hall a lot, but he did not have a great week in the Senior Bowl, I don't think. I'm gonna have to go look at stuff again, but I'm gonna move Derek Hall down a little bit. Andre Carter was getting beat on one-on-ones. I saw a lot of videos of those. So let's move Thule above both of them. Let's move him here, 53. I think we're gonna move Toto out of the top 50 and move maybe Deonte Banks in. Oh, Darnell Wright is pretty low. Let's move Darnell Wright into the top 50. I like him more than Harrison. I like him more than much. I don't know why he was so low. I think right here is a good spot for him. 36. Let's move him there. And then, yeah, that's solid. Toto, I think we can move down because I like Sanders a little bit more than him. Let's move him down here behind Voorhees, maybe. Move him behind Voorhees. Deonte Banks, I want to move up a little bit. Let's move him. Yeah, that's a good spot for him right there. Deonte Banks, 54. Izzy Abanikanda, I'm a really big fan of. I really do like his acceleration and his ability. I think that he's going to be a steal. Pretty high for Izzy, but I really do like him a lot. Will McDonald had a great week in the Senior Bowl. We got to move him up. And I think we got to move him into the top 50. Which means Brian Breezy is hanging on by a thread. Let's move Will McDonald. I kind of like him a little bit more than Ojulari right now. I'm moving him all the way up to 28. Had a great week in the Senior Bowl. We've seen him mocked pretty high in certain mocks from analysts. Yeah, I think Brian Breezy is going to stay at 50. That moves Felix Uzama out of my top 50, which hurts to see. I think he's still a first-round caliber player in the sense of that he might get taken there, but Luke Musgrave is another guy who needs to move up because he is way closer to those other tight ends than I have him in my rankings. So let's move Musgrave up to... Where are those tight ends at? Let's go right here. Let's separate Boutte and Johnston. And I want Breezy back in the top 50. So let's see what we can do. I like Foskey, so let's move Foskey up. The edge class is solid this year. Let's separate Forbes and Stevenson with Foskey. Let's move Antonio Johnson. No, let's keep Johnson there. Hooker, I like. Downs. I kind of think Breezy's got to be out of the 50. I don't see somebody that I want to move out. I think right now we're gonna keep him there. Let's see. Charbonnet. I want to move him closer to where I have Izzy Abanaconda, because I like Charbonnet a lot. It's just I'm a fan of Bigsby and Abanaconda. So let's put Charbonnet right behind Izzy. Rasheed Rice, Clark Phillips. I like Phillips a lot. Maybe we move him up a couple spots from here, because I think he deserves it. I still have Deonte Banks over him, so let's put him right behind Deonte Banks. Andre Carter, let's move down. He's just not having the best off season so far. Let's move him down. I like Tanner McKee a lot. Garrett Wilson, yeah, let's move him right here. I think that's a good spot. 71, that's not bad. Dylan Horton, Mozzie Smith, Javon Dexter, Christopher Smith. One guy I want to look for on here is Jamie Robinson. I want to see where I have him, because I think I have him pretty low right now. I want to move him up. Yeah, see, he should be above these guys. So let's see. Sean Tucker's down here as well. Kai Blue Kelly had a good week. Let's move Kelly up. Because I like him over Hodges Tomlinson. Let's move him right behind Garrett Williams. And then he's got to be down here. Jamie Robinson's my 100th player. I like him more than that. So let's move him up. Let's move him up to... I like him over Christopher Smith, so I like him over those corners. Move him all the way up to 65. It's a big jump. It's a huge jump. 35 spots. He deserves it, though. He's climbing up my ranks. One guy that I don't see in my rankings here is Jair. Let's see. Under DB, I guess. Oh no, he'd be under safety probably. It's not gonna load, is it? Jair Brown is the one I'm thinking of from Penn State. Where I'd want him in my top 100, but okay, there it goes. And has edge marked, so that's not even the right one. Yeah, we're not gonna mess with it right now. Oh, here we go. Now I have it. TV safety is what I want. If you guys are still hanging out here during this video, please be sure to leave a like. It's pretty much ending in a couple minutes, but I really like going through this and just kind of going through my thoughts and everything. I think it's more fun to do that than just say, here's my rankings. So do they even have Jair on here? They do, but he's all the way at 300. That's crazy. That's crazy to me. I'm going to take off Trey Palmer. I'm going to take off Jaron Hall. We're going to add Jair Brown. And we're also going to add Tank Dell. Or Nathaniel Dell, if you are unfamiliar, from Houston. Who had a very good week. And let's see, is he up here? Trey Palmer, we just took off. There he is, Tank Dell. Yeah, Tank Dell deserves to be on there. So we're going to add both of them. And that's going to be my top 100 for right now. I think that's a good enough adjustments. There's a lot of things that can be moved around. A lot of things that still have opportunities to move around, but I'm okay with what we have here. I think this is a solid list for right now. Let me know who you have higher and lower in the comment section below. Obviously, I want you to interact. You know, if you want to share your links in the description for your big boards, I'll be sure to go ahead and check those out as well. If you guys haven't seen my perfect offseason rebuilds for, I've done the Cardinals and the Bears so far, please be sure to check those out. Those have been really fun to make. They take a lot of time to do, but they are well worth it. The Bears one has been popping off, so thank you so much for the support of that. But again, just please be sure to leave a like and subscribe, as it helps the channel out so much. We're right there by 1,000 subscribers. It'd be awesome to hit that soon. And if you did enjoy this video, please be sure to leave that like. If you didn't, just refresh the page and let me know what you think about it the second time. Without further ado, that's going to be it for me. I'll see you guys in the next one.